Hello, my little lovebirds. Welcome to today's session, which is going to be a bit different than usual, as you might have been noticing already. I will be talking in English. Why is that? Because I want to reach out to my very dear friends spread all over the world and make this class accessible for them as well. So I'm sending you all my love with some flowers and a candle, and that brings me directly to the theme of today's session, which is love. And to be exact, it will be all about self-love. So it will be a very slow session, which I think we can all use from time to time in our busy lives, where we're just pushing ourselves to the limit, go harder and faster, and not giving ourselves a break, which is, I think, very much needed for ourselves, for our bodies to find our center and get back more focus. So if you might feel a bit disconnected from yourself, this session might be of help for you. So we will be focusing on the yin side. That means the female energies, so grounding, asanas, low on the floor, very slow. It will be a very personal session. There will be a lot of massage, a lot of TLC, a lot of touching, a lot of feeling, and we're also focusing on the hips and opening the hips, as these tend to store a lot of emotions which might be negative and holding us back. So let's try if we can release some of that. So let's get ready, shall we? For today's session, as I said, just make yourself at home. Make yourself really comfy, create a space where you feel at home. Maybe you can see if you find a nice quiet spot in your house, in your apartment, wherever you are. Maybe it's not as quiet in your space where you are, which is totally normal, because honestly I have to admit, this is my second try now recording this video, as my little puppy decided before that it was playtime, so she was crashing all over the place and even started chewing on my yoga block, which by the way is a really nice and helpful prop, or even a book where you can sit on and lift the earth up to you. You can bring as many blankets as you need. So we're gonna get really cozy and slow down and just take a break. So if you like, sit on a block and get into a nice comfortable position. The feet are crossed in front of you. Really find your center here. Try to sit as straight as possible, so back nice and long, weight is positioned in the center. And then maybe, if you're in the mood, close your eyes, take some deep breath, listen to the sounds of your surrounding. I can hear some birds chirping outside. I put on some nice calming music as well to really get me in the mood to slow down. Your hands can rest gently, effortlessly on your knees, in your lap, on your feet, whatever feels good for you. Shoulders are down, the face is relaxed. Maybe you're even in the mood to lift your lips a bit, corners of your mouth, and give yourself a little smile. Thank yourself for taking this time to find your focus and your center. We're going to start by bringing the head over to the left shoulder. The chin is pulling slightly towards your chest. You might already start to feel a nice stretch, a yummy sensation on the right side of your neck. Can intensify the stretch by putting your the left hand, on your right ear. Don't put too much weight on it, just let your arm gently rest on your ear. And the right hand can be down, or you can play with lifting your arm. You will notice a much deeper stretch from your neck all the way over your shoulder, all through the right arm. Just stay here breathing a bit, shoulders down, back stays nice and long, eyes can be open or closed, whatever feels good for you. And we're gonna switch sides by moving your chin over the center to your right shoulder, neck faces towards your chest. Right hand if you like, covers your left ear, left arm, hand flexed. Lifted or lowered. Just check out what feels good here for you today. Take nice deep breath. Send love into your precious belly. Notice how this makes you feel. Really try to move with a lot of awareness, where you bring your arm down, your head back to center. And now we're going to continue some more love for the neck by nodding the head so the chin lifts up to the sky, gaze follows to the ceiling, and then bring your chin down towards your chest. Notice what happens in your shoulders, in your neck. Just move really slowly. Deepen your breath. Stay long on your back, shoulders down. Give yourself a lot of space. Really no need to rush. Just gentle movements. Come back to the center. Now we're going to make a no out of this movement. So bring your neck, your face slowly to the left. Gaze over your shoulder. And to the right. To the left. And to the right. Again to the left. And to the right. And now we're going to make a full circle out of it. We start clockwise. We're bringing the chin towards the chest, over to the left, and up, all the way to the right. You can move in a way, in tempo that feels good for you, feels nice today for your mood, for your energy level. If you find a spot where you think it might be beneficial to stay a bit longer and work some hardness out of it, smooth some hard edges, please feel free to do so, and reverse the circle. And don't forget to breathe here. When you feel Satisfied, come back to center. We're gonna put our hands to the shoulders, left hand, left shoulder, right hand, right shoulder. We're gonna start circling the elbows to the front, elbows leading towards each other, and big circles all the way to the back. Just make sure only the shoulders are moving, rest of the back stay straight. Oh, we get a little visitor here. Hello, Lottie. And then reverse your circle. And just breathe. And then we're gonna straighten the arms, lengthen from left to right. Make sure the arms are in one line with the shoulder, so extension of your shoulders. Nice long arms and energy all the way through your fingers. Long line, nice long line. And you feel the expansion through your back, through your shoulders, through your chest. And start circling here as well. Feel the massaging effect on your shoulders. Can take as small or as big circles as feels good for you. Whatever makes you happy. Just find what works for you, what makes you feel good and nice. And breathe deeply. Maybe your arms are starting to get heavy. If that happens, that's a sign for us to release. We don't want to force, we don't want to put too much pressure on ourselves today. Not today, honey. We're here to do the exact opposite, right? Now let's straighten the arms with flexed hands to the front, shoulder height. We're going to start with some nice wrist circles in one direction. You can keep a slight bend in your elbows, makes you feel good. Go the other way. And we hear some cracking, some tingling. And then we're going to start to massage our hands. A thing we do much too little, dare I say, even though it's such a therapeutic way of showing yourself some love, making you feel good, feel your skin, feel your hands, feel your fingers, the warmth of your skin, of your body. Just be good to yourself, because it's true what they say, right? That if you can't love yourself, how should others be able to love you? So I think that's quite a good point to start. So we're moving on, this little massage of the forearms. I'm starting here to massage my right forearm with my left hand, doing circling motions with my thumb, going really deep into the flesh. You can adjust the pressure just as needed, depending on how deep you want to go. You can be really soft, make it more, like a feather, touching your skin just very lightly. We're moving all the way up to our arm. shoulder and the neck. Find ease. See where you can help yourself, make you feel better, soften out some itches, some blockages, some stored stresses. And then we're gonna move to the other arm, the other side, and do the same thing again. Oh yes. Little self-massage couldn't hurt, right? Just feel your body, feel parts of your body, this precious temple of yours that should be nurtured and cared for a lot more. So I really appreciate you being here with me, going on this little TLC self-care journey to make you feel better, hopefully, by the end of the session. So maybe you reached your shoulder already, digging in to soreness and tightness. You can also use both hands, all fingers for both sides of the neck to massage a bit, stroke a bit. And then you can place your arms back down. We're gonna switch the position of our feet, of our legs. I had my right foot in front, so I'm now gonna put it in. Now my left foot is in front, and we're gonna do some nice rounds of seated cat-cows. I'm gonna go on the side for this. So we're gonna move in the rhythm of our breath. So breathing in, arch your back, look up, nice cow, and breathe out, round your back, all the way, face, gaze, going down, really open through the shoulders, stretch through your whole upper body. Before you go in the opposite direction, shoulders are back and down, gaze up, neck up, nice stretch in your front body, and all the way to rounding again with your out breath. And do a couple of rounds on your own. If you find it soothing, if you're known and used to it, you can use an ocean breath as well, making this wave-like sound in your mouth. It's like a sound you're creating in the back of your throat. And that's known to be very soothing, very calming, bringing down your busy mind. Now let's do some circles, starting clockwise, chests going to the left, to the front, to the right, and to the back. So we're doing like a moving, rounding cat and cow here. Surrounding the back and the back. And then stretching, arching your back in the front. And use the speed of your breath for this movement, or whatever feels good for you. You can play a bit with the range of motion, change the direction of your circles, and be really brave about the movement. You don't have to be shy, so feel free to exaggerate the movement. Just make sure that your hips are staying grounded, your sitting bones staying grounded to the floor. But you can really work with your shoulders, making it a really fluid movement. And when you feel satisfied, come back to the center, place your hands behind you. Let's see what distance feels good for you. The fingers are facing towards you, and then just stretch through your back, lift your chin, gaze upwards, feel the nice stretch, elongation, the back side of your body. And if you want to go further, you can even lift your hips to intensify this stretch. Not only if it feels good for you, but to push out of your hands, shoulders away from the ears, don't sink to the posture. So really powerful press out of the hands to protect your wrists as well. And then come down again. You're going to continue by putting the feet in front of you in something like a diamond shape, or a little butterfly, Baddha Konasana, Sanskrit word. And what we're doing here now is massage our feet. Oh yeah. I think it's very crazy what our feet are doing for you, and it's so normal that we're all on our feet all day, and they're just moving and working and doing so much for us without us even noticing it, because it's normal. So I guess now's the time to give back some love. So as said, play with the distance of your feet, but also please make sure that your back stays long and that you can really get into those feet. You can use your thumbs to really massage each and every toe. Also the pinkies, and especially in yoga, the feet are so very important because they're the foundation of a lot of poses, and stable foundation is like building a house. So if you don't have if you don't pay attention to your foundation, everything else will fall apart. And it's maybe you also experienced it if you practice in yoga, if your feet are not well put on the ground, with your weight evenly distributed all over your feet, the pinky pressing on the floor as well, then it's really hard to build up a pose from that, especially the balancing poses like tree or the dancer pose. So it's really beneficial also to take some stress out of the feet. You can flex the toes as well, lengthen the pinkies, the toes, just everything that feels good for you. And again, as much or as little pressure as you desire. And if you feel happy here, just lengthen your arms, You might feel a nice sensation in your hip flexors already due to the position we find us in. Very intense stretch maybe for you. It's really good to release things that have been stored there, emotions. And then put your hands on the floor and try to crawl a bit forward so your upper body, your chest is moving towards the feet. And then just stay here for a bit. Feel a nice stretch in your hip flexors, shoulders away from the ears. Give yourself a lot of space. If you like, you can start to sway here from side to side a bit. Just get really soft, like the branch of a tree, swinging in the mild spring breeze. Just a nice thought to think of in the middle of still winter, at least where I am. Maybe you notice that with every breath you take, you might be able to go a bit deeper into the pose. Maybe you can put down your elbows. You can also feel free to use a block or your books to place your chin on, and it's really soothing pose. Also good when you have a headache or when you have a how do you say, stuffed nose, when you have a cold, you know, and you can't really breathe and your head feels super heavy. This is really bring a lot of relief to your system, to your nostrils, your forehead, your sinuses. So let's come up again before we move to the back, to the mat on our backs. Let's come to either what's called a froggy squat. So your feet are put wide, flat on the ground. Maybe your heels are lifted. You can play a bit around here, opening your legs, bring the soles of the feet facing forward onto the ceiling. Where you find stillness here in this very grounding position, this malasana, where you aim to bring your center very close to the ground. You can use your arms by bringing the palms of your hand together, really press them together in the front of your heart, and use this motion to bring your knees further away from each other, so an outward motion to open up the hips a bit further. Back stays as straight as possible. Again, shoulders away from the ears, give you a lot of space. No cranking, no forcing, no pushing. And if you like, you can also try a more traditional position of Malasana from Yinyoga, which looks like this. So feet are close together on the floor, hands in front, gaze in front. That's a bit more challenging though, but still much fun to practice. And now just come on your buttocks, on your mat. Again, you can still have your blanket as a little extra support below you. And what we're gonna do now, lying all the way back, get your knees in towards the chest, your arms Embracing your legs, and you're going to transform into a little ball. Lift your shoulders, your upper back, and put your forehead towards your chins. Get really tiny here and small. You can also touch the soles of your foot with your hands, grab them for a deeper stretch, a more, even more bally feeling. And bring your head, your back down, and start to do some circles with your legs, outward motions, like stirring, like a kitchen machine, stirring the dough. Just gonna stir up some emotions maybe. And go the other way around, feet are flexed, gaze forward, find what feels good for you here today. If you have enough, just put your left foot on the floor, the leg is bent. You're gonna stretch your right foot towards the ceiling. The hands are grabbing around your thigh, on the lower part of your calves, from behind. Just put a generous bend in your knee, depending on what you need. You can also work to straighten the leg, but only if it's not, if it doesn't feel too forced. It should come really natural. The hips are centered on the mat. Back is flat on the mat, shoulders on the mat, face really relaxed. And then we start here to also massage our legs a bit. You can use all of your fingers to go into your calf muscles. Dig deep. Try to soften heart muscles maybe. You did another workout before, or your legs just do feel tired for whatever reason. Maybe you went out dancing, a little of twerking. So now is the time to give some love back to our legs, which are so strong, carry us all the time. Try to soften the muscles and also let them a bit. And then find a position of your hands where you can effortlessly bring your chin towards your leg and lift your upper back. And just feel this nice stretch on the back side of your leg, to the glutes as well. Lie down again, and if you like, you can bend the knee and put the sole of your feet into your left elbow bend. I don't know how to say it actually. Lift your head, and then you can start to move the leg and to play with the position of your feet. You can also use your hand to take it, and then you can keep on stirring here, Place your head back down again, and you might notice an even stronger stretch sensation in your right glute, your back thigh. Oh, holy moly. And if you feel satisfied here, we're just gonna switch the legs. Right foot placed on the mat, left leg rises up. Legs are hip width apart for more stability and support. You can also play here with the distance of your feet, what feels best for you today. And then hold on to your left leg with both hands. Again, shoulders down, gaze up, feet is flexed. Again, leg as bent or as straightened as you desire. And also here, starting to massage the leg. Just be really attentive, move with a lot of awareness, discover what it feels to touch yourself lovingly, tenderly, just doing something good for yourself. I know everybody of us is super busy, trying to get all of life's tasks squeezed in one day, and oftentimes the good things, the good moments are way too little. So I hope that this session, and at least yoga for me, means bringing precious moments, time for myself into everyday life. And that's what I love about yoga, because you don't need much. Everybody can do it. It's really big help. You learn so much on the mat that you can take off the mat as well. So if you're happy here, again, either cradle your leg for more still stretch, or if you're more a moving kind of person, then just find what it feels like here on this side and be really gentle, and just be open for the sensations you might feel in your leg when you're moving in this maybe uncommon, unused way and manner. Just experiencing our bodies, finding something new maybe, noticing how it feels, how this movement makes us feel, and all the time breathing effortlessly, still and calm, calming down the nervous system, maybe the mind, the busy thoughts. If you're happy here, go ahead and lift your legs towards you and bring your hands on the outsides of each foot. So left hand outside of left foot, right hand on the outside of the right foot, both feet flexed, legs bent, and then just stay here. This is called a happy baby. And who knows why? Because of course kids always look so happy when they move like this. You can begin to sway here from side to side, giving your lower back some love with this little massage. You can play a bit here, straighten one leg and the other leg. just play around here a bit with no intention at all. Just be open. Just see what's happening, how it makes you feel. Yeah, just move like a child that's experiencing, learning so many new things each day. That's really wonderful, I think. Much of us grown-ups don't find too much excitement in life, and yeah, maybe if we would work through life more open-minded, we would remind ourselves the feeling of being a child, or how it felt to be a child, then we might find more wonders in our everyday life. Wouldn't be the worst, right? So now we're gonna center the legs, close your legs, knees are bent, and scooch your hips to the right a bit, so your legs can fall to the left side. Please pay attention in this little side stretch that the shoulders are placed on the mat so they're not lifting. And just stay here. You can put your hands on your ribs, or if you want to go deeper, straighten the right leg and grab your toe with your thumb, index and middle finger. The right arm can rest in a cactus shape, so with a bent elbow, hand flat on the ground, and the gaze up or to the right. Just stay here for a bit. Notice how it feels to be flat on the ground. Maybe there's a change in temperature. Maybe you feel supported. Come back to center and switch sides to scooch your hips over to the left and let your knees fall to the right. Gaze either up or to the left. And even pat your leg a bit of continued massage. Or just rest here. Positioning your arms in a way that feels nice and supported for you. Let's come back to the center of the mat. I'm going to go into Shavasana now. Actually, I placed my second blanket here, but now my little cutie dog decided that it's her place to nap. Meow. Super zen out as well. So yoga is not just for humans, obviously. So I'm just going to take this blanket. If you have a blanket or something to cover you up with, feel free to go full burrito. That means just wrapping yourself tightly into the blanket before going down again on our backs for a nice Shavasana. So feet spreading outwards, all the weight is placed on the ground so you can fully relax into the mat. Before we go to our final resting posture, please straighten your arms, lift them to the sky parallel to each other, and then cross your arms and place them on the back of your shoulders and give yourself a big hug. Send some big I love you breath down all the way into your belly. Really breathe deeply here and exhale everything you don't want to carry with you anymore. Open the arms again and change the position of your arms. So if your left leg was on your right arm, then change now. And again, hug yourself. Now's the time, space for an additional massage of your shoulder blades. Really scooch in there with your fingers if it's available to you. Smile if you're really brave. And then let your arms rest on your mat. Palms of the hands are facing towards the ceiling. And start to soften everything. Feet are falling outwards. Everything softens. Shins, knees, the thighs. Try to take away all tension out of your body. Give everything to the earth. So you can really find some rest here, some peace for yourself. Let your hips and your buttocks sink heavy into the earth. Your belly is soft, rib cage soft. Your chest is wide, expanding with every breath you take. Shoulders heavy on the earth. Your arms like soft wings on the floor, fingers soft. Your neck is long, crown of the head long, facial expression very soft, easy. On your forehead, no gripping, no holding. Eyes are gently closed. That feels good for you. The tongue is lying in your mouth, not moving. Corners of your mouth, if you fancy it, slightly lifted, or even lift big time for a big smile, or even no smile. Whatever feels good for you today. And then take some deep breath here, and we try to find stillness, calm your mind. Before you head back to the busyness of your day, maybe you can try in these stressful moments, especially when life's not working the way you wish it would or you planned to be, that you can try to remember this feeling of being home, having a home in yourself, in your body, a safe space, and that you're always able to create a safe space for yourself, even just a few minutes a day, by doing some breathing, focusing inward on yourself. It's really beneficial, even if it does seem so small. And of course, I'm always here to help, to support you. Just reach out to me. I'm happy to be here for you. Please feel free to stay as long as time allows, as long as you wish. Notice whatever emotion is coming up. For me, now it's time to thank you once again. I so do appreciate your time, your openness for this little yin-inspired, female, energetic, grounding yoga session. I hope you find it useful, and I'm already looking very much forward to see you next time. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. Okay, sending you all my love wherever you might be in this very moment, wherever life is taking you so far. I love you. You're great. Love yourself. Namaste.